I do judge your choice in toilet paper.
I'm pretty sure it's just bark. Not even the inner lining of bark. I think it's the outer lining of bark is what they are giving for toilet paper.
Oh. This one time.
So, this one time.
This one time?
You know what? This one time.
This one time.
Oh my god, this one time?
The podcast.
Dear Shivo, what's that noise?
That's a great question, Sonor. Thanks for asking. I'm Sheila D.
And I am Evo Terra. We are Shivo. You are listening to This One Time, the podcast in a sauna in Estonia.
I may die. It's so hot in here.
I think, there's the Lola.
It's beautiful, though.
We are in a private sauna in Estonia. This place is big enough, it says for 8 people. I'm thinking 18.
It is. It's huge.
You could easily fit, if you fit 8 in this sauna, inside of the actual sauna.
It's going to be packed.
It would be kind of packed, right? There's a lovely hot tub we'll be recording from in just a moment, as well as a seating area.
Yes, in the sauna.
Because that's how they do the saunaing here in Estonia, honey. You don't just stay in the heated cedar box for
It's an event.
hour.
I don't think you could stay in here for an hour.
You stay until you can't handle it any longer. And then you go outside and you cool off for a while and have a snack and have a drink and have a chat with your friends. And then you come back into the sauna and you once again add the Lola.
I like it.
How they do it here. Oh, there it goes. Lola hit.
It's one of the many things I like about Estonia.
I'm liking it.
Yeah. What do you like so far?
The sauna.
Besides that.
Yeah. So I should have to say before we talk about that real quick, just to back everybody up, those of you who are new to our program, we are traveling to Estonia for the holidays.
The holiday is over, but another holiday is coming up.
Well, that's what we collectively refer to this time of year as the holidays.
Yes, but we will miss the next holiday.
You mean New Year's Day?
New Year's Eve is what we will miss.
That's true. We will experience the crossover between New Year's Day and New Year's Eve somewhere in the air between Tallinn, Estonia, where we are right now, and Bangkok, Thailand, where we actually live.
I think we'll be in Russia.
Somewhere over Russia?
I think so.
Outer Mongolia?
Because I don't think we leave until late in the evening on...
One of the stands, perhaps?
Maybe. You never know.
I guess it all depends on what time it is where we are as well.
As we go, right.
Yeah, where does midnight happen? Anyhow, we have been here for the last week or so.
Yeah.
Have a few more days to enjoy. We thought we would get out of the heat of Bangkok and enjoy cold weather because you've not seen snow in almost 3 years.
No, I haven't. Not since Copenhagen, I don't think.
But you saw some the first day when we landed. We saw some in the
Yes.
in the Helsinki airport, and also here in Estonia there was some snow on the ground.
And it snowed.
And it finally
first day.
snowed on us on the 23rd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a snow. So here we are. And more. Lola for you.
So since you're not going to answer that question, I will go ahead and answer.
Oh, yes, please.
I am loving the architecture.
Uh-huh.
It is beautiful.
What do you mean by the architecture?
The history of the architecture, there's like the stonework, and some of it's from the 13th century.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history.
Tallinn's entire Old Town area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes.
The whole stinking thing.
And it's just gorgeous.
So we have buildings from, as you said, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th century, something along those lines. Right next to sometimes a brand new building.
Exactly.
Which was put up because somebody bombed this place. Either us or the Russians or the Nazis.
And some of those buildings incorporate the two. They incorporate the old with a new structure. And that's really, I like that.
Yes, I do
So
too.
that's
I
more
do too.
my style of things.
Yeah, it's a fun place just to walk around. We had no agenda whatsoever.
Nope.
And we've just been wandering the city. So that has been a good time just to look around and say, oh, look, there's this old building that's got a hatchet on the roof, on the weather vane. Oh, that belongs to the executioner.
Right.
Other sorts of history. I'm not a big history buff. I mean, I like history. I understand history for history's sake.
Right.
But I'm not a big history tourist person.
No, I would not say you are.
But still, it's been a good time.
It's been very good. And the people are super nice.
Yeah, I guess they've been super nice. I mean, Estes are kind of
Reserve.
yeah, that's the right way to say
They're reserved.
what I'm looking for. They're more a reserved person, people, but all the ones we have spoken with have been nice.
Yeah. And almost everybody understands a basic level of English.
We've had
They're-
great English.
Yeah, the housekeeper is one
Well,
that
sure,
didn't,
I can
and-
understand that. They probably imported them from Russia, I'm guessing.
And the art store the other day, she didn't really.
Really?
No.
Oh. I thought it was the girls selling us the SIM card in the Estonian 7-Eleven, which is called Arkyaski here.
Yeah. Nope.
Only
She didn't
one
either.
girl spoke English, and just like it is in Thailand, it was the young girl that
Yeah.
worked there that spoke the English, and the two older ladies who did not speak so well. Again, they're working at the Estonian equivalent of 7-Eleven, so I get it. It's not like they had to pass an English proficiency exam to hand people over cartons of cigarettes.
True. The other thing I'm loving is the cheap beer.
The beer has been really, really inexpensive here. Can we take a quick break on the cheap beer thing? Because what a great segue. How about we get out of this effing hot room that we're in
Okay.
and go have a beer in the jacuzzi, shall we?
Yes. Let's. Yeah, that's really hot.
Ah, now in the jacuzzi. That's how it's pronounced here. Jacuzzi. Yes. Ah, okay. You said you want to talk about the beers that we
I
have had.
do.
We've had
I do.
fantastic beer
Yes.
that we've been here, and we smuggled beer into the jacuzzi.
Yes, we did.
What are you having, my love?
I have a porter.
Yes.
It is a smooth, like silk porter. And I can't say the name of that brewery.
Puaste. Puaste.
It's called Pat. P-A-T-T is the name of the beer.
Was it good?
I don't know. I haven't had it yet. You've
Oh,
had
you
me
should-
talking.
You should try to drink the beer.
Ooh,
Yeah?
that's amazing.
I don't know why you want a big heavy porter when you're in a sauna and a jacuzzi, but hey, whatever. You're you.
Because I always drink
You-
porters and stouts.
You do you, baby. I'll do me.
How's yours?
I am having Trickle Rick, which I love it. It's a single hop triple IPA, which is weird because it's single hop and triple IPA. So this is hardcore. This is from Anderson's Craft, which I think is Estonian. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah?
Throwback to Rick and Morty. Trickle Rick. But it's thick and it's heavy and it's like, man, 10%. We have 2 more beers to drink too, so we'll be drunk before we leave this place.
And they're cheap. Relatively
Yeah,
cheap.
Relatively cheap. I think we're paying, 3-4 euros for these
Yeah.
at a high-end bottle shop.
But that's a lot less than what we would pay
Yeah.
back in
Yeah,
Thailand.
That's nice. It's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the beers have been quite good. Our first day here when we were hanging out with our friend Oscar at Pegasus Restaurant. Man.
Oscars cause problems.
If I had to pick my favorite time in Tallinn thus far, it's definitely going to be Oscar handing us so many great beers. He bought us at least 1 beer, maybe 2.
And gave us a loaf of bread to go
Oh
home.
my God, that bread.
Yeah, the
Just-
bread was good.
Just nuts. So I've said it before, and I'll say it again, people. If you are getting into craft beer, or if you are into craft beer, when you go to a restaurant, talk up the craft beer you are having with the people there. We did so for Oscar. who recognized we knew what we were talking about
Right.
and hooked us up on free beer, which is always good. Free, like a special limited release
Right.
that the
Yeah.
brewery, which was Puyala,
Yeah.
Puyala, like that's right.
And didn't he say they bought them all?
They bought 25% of them.
Oh, okay.
They bought 1/4 of them.
Yeah, that's what he
this,
said.
This particular beer, which I don't recall the name of, you can go look it up in our Untapped profiles. We might link to those. They're limited run, and half of the beer they're selling this year, and the other half they're going to sell for 10 years.
Right.
And it was a Scotch ale, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. It was a wee heavy. No.
I don't know. We drank a lot that day.
No, I know it was a Maibach. Anyhow, like I said, we've been drinking a lot that day. Anyhow, they're not typically what you would consider cellar, but they're going to. You know why? Because Estonia. They can do whatever they want.
Oscar also gave us recommendations on other beer bars to go to.
And 2 of which we have already hit, and there's
Yes.
2 more on the list.
We have time.
We do have time if I decide to leave this sauna.
Yeah. And the food here has been amazing.
Food is outstanding. Estonians know how to cook food
Yeah.
and serve it well so that I eat well.
We've been skipping meals though because we've been eating so well when we do.
Right. Well, and part of the problem is the outside, which we'll talk about that after we get out of the jacuzzi.
Okay.
So, speaking of food, baby, as great as the food has been, and we've had some amazing breakfasts, amazing dinners, or I guess lunches. I don't think I had dinner yet. But, hands down, the thing I'm most excited about is this cheese.
I know. I think that might be part of our problem why we haven't been eating dinner.
Because we've
we
been
keep
gorging.
snacking on the cheese.
There is a small cheese shop just a few meters from our hotel, and we've been there twice buying, well, in the equivalent of Thai, if we were to buy this cheese in Thailand, it would probably cost somewhere close to $100 US dollars.
Easily.
Between $50 and $100 US dollars is what this would have cost us, but that's the quantity of cheese that we're buying. Now, before you freak out about that, for those of you that are not in Thailand, which is the vast majority of our audience, I think we've spent
Less than $18.
a little less than about $18 on cheese here, and it's a lot of cheese. Did I mention we're not eating dinner because we're eating cheese?
We didn't eat lunch today.
So as great as the cheese is, I think, honey, I've discovered a flaw in cheese.
What is that?
I think I know why cheese has its fans, obviously, but
Right.
but the knowledge level of cheese isn't there with like wines and beers.
Okay. Why?
Because when you go to a cheese shop, you take cheese with you. When you go to a wine shop, you take a bottle of wine home. When you go to a beer,
Right.
craft beer bottle, you take that bottle home. And when you're drinking the bottle, I can look at this and I can talk about what makes this beer so great. These cheeses, we have a slice, they've wrapped them up.
Right.
I forget what it is.
Well, and at this cheese shop, there's no label. Like if we were to go to Whole Foods in Arizona or wherever, there's a label that tells you what kind of cheese it is.
But I don't think even that's enough. I think what cheese shops should do. Here's my million idea, honey.
Again,
$1 million idea, even. Did I mention
It is
triple?
your million.
Did I mention triple IPA? Millionth idea and $1 million. You're exactly right. They need to have little cards that they give out.
that tells the flavor profile.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little small, I don't know, the size of an address label. Print
Right.
out what this is, what it's really good with, and just slap it in with the container so that you know what it is. Because even at Whole Foods, they put it on the wrapper itself,
Right.
and then you tear that plastic wrapper off.
Right.
But if you had a little insertable card that said you are eating, well, this one actually, the one that I bought was prepackaged. So you are eating this Beamster. And I'm assuming that's whatever is written on the back here tells me the flavor profile, but it's in Estonian, so I don't read that.
And mine haven't had anything on them because I've had them slice it.
Yeah, you're buying big old chunks of cheese, so
Yeah.
that's
So-
what's missing. How do you like that rye bread, that big
It's
thick rye?
really nice. You know, I love rye anyway.
Is it rye? Is
so-
that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's really good. It's really thick and heavy and goes nicely with my porter.
seriously,
Yeah.
this is. I mean, why would you want anything but bread and cheese? So great. It's really fantastic.
So what else do you like about Estonia?
beer, bread, and cheese. Besides those things.
What else is there in life?
Well, the thing is, because the sun only comes up at 9:15, and I'm not kidding,
Right.
and because it sits, did I mention triple IPA? It sets at a little after 3.
Right.
We haven't been out late.
No, we haven't.
We've been back in our room by like 6, 7 o'clock thinking about, and sometimes sleeping.
So it's interesting because I think this plays into us not eating dinner. So we have typically been eating breakfast around 9:30-ish.
9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, sounds about
which
right.
is kind of late.
Little
And
late.
then we eat lunch about 2:30 or 3. And they're really big, heavy lunches.
Oh my
and
God,
and
those
we're
pancakes.
usually drinking a beer with it. So then it's like, oh, yeah. And then now it's dark.
Yeah. That's a little weird to get used to.
Yeah.
But pancakes, man.
Oh, those pancakes.
Pancakes.
Those were
Pancakes.
really good. I couldn't
Jeez.
finish mine.
My God.
Oh, and I've taken up Irish coffees while we've been here.
You have drank a lot of Irish coffee. Perhaps that's why we're not been going out, because you've been drinking so
We
much.
are going out tonight.
So everything's walkable here. They've got public transportation that we've not used yet.
No, we took Uber yesterday, but that was because we were going outside
To
of
the TV tower.
Yeah.
Which was meh. I didn't care about TV tower. What do you think of the TV tower?
Eh, it was okay.
Yeah, it was kind of okay. Big tall tower. Yay, Soviets, I guess.
I
Right.
did like the museum we went to prior to that.
What was the museum prior to that? Oh, the
One
Soviet
that's not
statues.
open yet.
Yeah, the one we broke into again. Actually, this time we didn't really break into it.
The gates were open.
Yeah,
there were other
because there
people.
was a museum in the bottom,
Right,
the
the
film
film-
museum we didn't go to, but we did go see the Soviet graveyard, Soviet
Right.
statue graveyard, which looks a lot different now than it did a year ago when I was here.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of cool to be hanging out with giant statues of, Joseph Stalin, the guy that killed between 3 and 60 million people, depending on who's counting.
Didn't I get a picture of you with
With who?
3 Lenins?
4 Lenins. 4
Four
Lenins and
Lenins.
1 Evo. 4 Lenins and an Evo. You got that picture. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. But you know what? That museum is so hidden that our Uber driver, who was Russian,
Right.
Igor,
Yep.
perhaps Igor. I'm going with Igor because I've seen Young Frankenstein. Igor, when he dropped us off,
Put us in
he
the
goes,
back.
"Oh, Stalin." So, no, he didn't. He said, "Oh, Lenin." He didn't say Stalin. That would be rude. Yes, he said, "Oh, Stalin." So it was obviously something that he didn't even experience, and he
dropped-
lives here.
And he dropped us off in the back.
That's because he didn't know where he was going.
Right.
Yeah, and this town is not big.
No.
Did I mention you can walk everywhere?
Yeah.
We have walked everywhere with the exception of going out to the TV tower.
Right.
We could have easily walked to that museum where the Soviet monuments were. We just chose not to.
Yeah. Did we walk or did we take an Uber to the seaplane?
We Ubered seaplane, but we walked back from the seaplane.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Seaplane Harbor was kind of cool, too. Anyhow, guys, listen. Estonia is awesome.
Don't
I
talk
felt-
with your mouth full. That's disgusting. Nobody wants to hear that. Not at all.
Then you got to keep the conversation going. We can't have dead air. Jesus, you know nothing from the time I was on radio? Listen, guys and gals, Estonia is awesome. Tallinn is a wonderful city. I fell in love a year ago when I was here. I've been talking about it for a long time. Convince you to come. Are you happy with my decision to bring you to Estonia?
Yes, but
Oh, there's a but in there.
I have a complaint.
Oh,
Yeah, we couldn't live here.
we could not live here.
We could not live here.
Well, other than one reason I know that we're not talking about yet. Why couldn't we live here?
We couldn't live here because of toilet paper. I judge. I don't judge people by what they look like. I just don't judge people. I do judge your choice in toilet paper.
Yeah. Now, again, the toilet paper we've experienced has been either at public restrooms or in the hotel, so we know that's not the finest quality out there. But I'm
not
pretty sure it's just bark. Not even the inner lining of bark. I think it's the outer lining of bark is what they are giving for toilet paper.
It's pretty rough.
And there's no bum gun in this country.
No.
I miss the bum gun.
Yeah.
in a big way. But anyhow, beyond toilet paper and no bum gum, it's an awesome place.
It is.
Even in the dead of winter.
Yeah, it's not been bad. Like, and you can get mulled wine, mulled wine.
Glog.
Yes, which was really good. I didn't expect to like it.
Pretty tasty.
It was
Pretty
good.
tasty. I'm loving it, man. This was a great place. I can't wait to come back and experience summertime
Where it's always sunny.
when the sun never sets. Exactly.
Right.
When the exact opposite. But that's what we're going to do next. But this has been a great trip. I've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it.
We're going to mark it as a success in the marketplace. And listen, this is episode, I think 24
I think so.
of our fourth season of the show. So we still got about 6 more or so to go. If you have questions that you want to ask us, we'll be back in Thailand in a few days. If you've got questions that you want to ask us about our lives, lived abroad, love and relationship, because somehow I've stayed married to her for 30 years. I have no idea how sometimes. Whatever you want to...
So difficult.
Whatever you... I was thinking the reverse is true. Whatever you wish to ask us, please do so. Send us a quick message. That's easily done by a little app that we've got hooked to our website. If you go to shivo.wtf/call us, you can leave us any question that you want. And if it's really funny, of course it will be. It'll be great. Ask us a question. We'll air your question, and then we will answer that question, and you can be the focus of one of our shows. shivo.wtf/call us.
Our show would not be possible without people that support us on an ongoing basis. Patreon makes it super easy.
And we need it now because we spend a lot of money here in Estonia on craft beer and cheese. Go to shivo.wtf/Patreon. It's really the only way that we fund the show, people. So if you like what we're doing and help us want to keep traveling around the world, bringing you great stories, pretty please, with sugar on it, go to shivo.wtf/Patreon and get signed up. You'll get early access to all of our episodes. We record bonus content all the time. Lots of really cool stuff happening over there. shivo.wtf/Patreon.
Our music is by Valea Valea.
Thanks for listening, listener. I am Evo Terra.
And I'm Sheila D.
You said that so quick. I wasn't finished drinking my beer. For more from us, just stay subscribed here wherever you're listening to. We're also now on Spotify. We're on TuneIn app, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast. This show is everywhere. Subscribe to This One Time if you're not subscribed already. And we'll be back with you next week. Okay? Bye.